Alright everyone, today I'm going to prepare a lovely pasta dish with some lovely porretti. So let's see. So it's going to be a beef pasta. I've got some beef brisket here. I'm going to cook the brisket in a pressure cooker to speed things up, and then I'm going to make a mushroom ragu and going to mix it with the beef. I'm going to do fresh pasta, which I have lovely pasta flour for. So I'm going to use 200 grams of flour with 2 whole eggs, and then I'm going to season the beef with this porcini stock cubes, which are bought in Malta. I've never seen these before in the UK, and I'm very glad that I found these because these are delicious. I also have some dried porcini mushrooms which I'll add to the beef as I cook it, which actually I should soak in water. So let's start with that, because these, well, for one you need to soak them as well as clean them, because quite often they have some dirt and you don't want to chew on dirt. So I'll just soak these quickly. But then I also have some chestnut mushrooms. These are quite nice, I like them. So to begin with, I'm going to start with the beef. The beef, as I said, I'm going to cook in a pressure cooker, and hopefully I've got enough space in here to have both of these on. So beef goes in just like that. I'm going to add some water, but not too much, because I'm going to have to reduce the water later. Okay, that's enough. Like so. I'm going to add shallots to this, carrots, celery, and 1 onion. Just slice it in half. Okay, so just like so. Okay, and I'm going to season it with garlic. This is smoked garlic granules, salt and pepper, I'm not going to add too much salt because I'm going to use these stock cubes, but I'll go heavy with the pepper. Alright, then I'm going to do I'm definitely going to add 2 of these porcini mushroom stock cubes. And if you can find these, I highly recommend to try them because they taste amazing, they smell amazing as well. So that's 1 and 2. And let's just go with, should I go chicken? No, I just had a vegetable stock as well. Okay, so that's the beef pretty much done. So it's 4:30. Let's see how long it takes to cook it under pressure. Oh, almost forgot. I am going to add some red wine as well, but not too much. That's it. There's plenty. So you can see I just added everything together. Don't have to worry too much about it. Close the pressure cooker. Alright, so this is done. Let's put the pressure on the highest. So I should try. Let's go in the back and then turn the induction on the highest setting. So now it's 4:30. Let's see how long it takes to cook the beef. Now, second thing I'm going to do is to prepare the pasta dough, because that one needs to rest. I'm going to use 200 grams of flour, and again I'm using pasta flour. There you go. So that's our lovely pasta flour. I've got enough of that, so this can go back. And of course you can just use pre-made pasta, there's nothing wrong with dry pasta. And I'm going to add 2 eggs to this. Now, because these are large eggs, my pasta dough might be a bit too wet, but let's see what happens. So 1 egg to every 100 grams of flour is what I normally do. I'm not going to add any salt to this. Let's try this spaghetti. Oh, that looks good. Cheers, everyone. Nice beer. Okay, so pasta. Again, 1 egg to each 100 grams of flour. I'm just going to mix everything together with a fork. Oh, by the way, it's going to be obvious by the time I post this, but so this is going to be the first video on my second channel, as I've decided to do a second channel because I think that the Mr. T's Kitchen series deserves its own channel, and my home cooking videos are not as popular, yeah, that's the word, not as popular as my work videos, but still I get normally like between 10 to 20,000 views on the home cooking, so there is definitely demand on it, or for it more likely. So that's how I've decided to go and create a second channel. So the home cooking is going to be on this channel from now, and then I'll try to do more educational videos if there is demand for it, like how to do things, or maybe I'll post questions like what would you like to see me cooking. Just keep in mind that obviously I do everything by myself, so if you request something it might take up to a month or even more for me to do it, but I'll try my best anyway. So I'm going to work all the flour into the dough, and then I'm going to leave this to rest for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Let's see, this is almost all the flour now. And as you can see, I'm going to work on this, and what we want is a nice and smooth pasta. So this will take a few minutes, but it's definitely worth doing it if you have the time. And again, as always, The reason I'm doing this video is because I want to encourage people to cook more at home, and don't be afraid of cooking. It's quite satisfying, I think. And even if you make a fresh pasta dish, it can be quite impressive. Let's say you have a date or anything and you want to impress your partner, this is a good way of doing it. Okay, and of course, as always, I'm trying to have as little editing in this video as possible, so you can see exactly how long it takes to do the dish. Okay, so you can see my pasta dough is getting ready. Working all the gluten. And then when I'm done with this step, then I'm going to start to work on the mushrooms. And then I highly recommend to get one of these pasta machines as well. These are quite inexpensive. You can buy a basic pasta machine for like £20. This is like a slightly more expensive. This was about 50 quid. Obviously it's a bit better quality, but if you want to get into pasta making, I recommend to get a basic one first. And I'm going to try to make pappardelle today. So pappardelle is a flat pasta. It's slightly bigger ribbons than fettuccine or tagliatelle. You'll see, but it should look really good. Ooh, the smell is amazing already. Wow. Okay guys, so pasta dough is almost done. Okay, you can see it's quite nice and smooth already. So at this point I'm going to rest it. I'm going to cover it with cling film and then leave it to rest. Then tidy up slightly. Cling film. Okay. And then I'll just leave it to rest. That's pasta dough is done. Easy. Alright, so quick tidy up has happened. Let's see, the mushrooms, porcini mushrooms are getting hydrated. And also I'm getting, oh, ponyo. I wanted to put this in with the meat. Oh well. So plan B, I'm going to cook this separately. That's alright. I'll leave it to soak a bit longer. And I'm going to start with the chestnut mushrooms. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I need to change my pan, and I need to change my plan because this is too big and I can't operate both of the inductions at the same time, unfortunately. So let's just put this here for now and find another pan. Oh, actually I can fix this. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to use this one instead. Just going to use some butter and some olive oil. the onions. In this case I'm going to chop the onions quite fine. Slice it twice this way as well. Go in once, twice. Alright. And also garlic, quite a lot of garlic in this case. And a bit of beef for me. Nice. Okay, so I'll leave the garlic quite coarse. So that's my garlic in. Next is the chestnut mushrooms, which I've previously cleaned. And I'm just going to slice it up this way. As you can see, temperature was slightly high, so it catched a bit, but that's perfectly fine. So I can already go in with the mushrooms. Oh, this should be so tasty. And also guys, if you enjoy the content, I appreciate if you subscribe to the second channel. And again, this should be more of a community driven channel. So if you guys ask me to do anything, then I'll try to do it. In terms of, if you ask me to cook something on the channel, then I'll try to do it. Or if you want me to show any techniques or anything like that, just let me know and I'll do my best. But yeah, I think that this Mr. T's Kitchen series definitely deserves its own channel. Anyway, so that's done. Then I've got a whole bunch of parsley, which I'm going to chop up. Okay, so quite fine. And because this is a pasta dish, I'm going to keep it very simple. So the seasoning is going to be just salt, pepper and garlic. So I'm going to add some salt. Not too much because I'm going to use all the sauce from the brisket and then reduce it later on. Pepper, it already has fresh garlic, so I don't have to add any more garlic to this, and I'm just going to cook this off and create layers of flavor. So as you cook up the mushrooms, all the water is coming out, evaporates, and then you caramelize the mushrooms and you build up flavor. All right. How are we doing with time? Jolly good. 20 minutes in. Mushrooms are being cooked up nicely. The porcini is getting rehydrated. There are still a bit hard bits, but it's getting there. It's almost there. Let's say another 5 minutes and this is ready. And what I'm going to do is just add a bit of water to deglaze the pan. And then once I'm done with the ragu, I'm going to finish it with double cream. Let's see if this is any good. Is this still okay? Yep. This one I opened last week is still perfectly fine. Okay, so my mushrooms are getting done nicely. So I'm going to add the porcini. Let's find two nice plates. Okay, is going to be the 2 plates I'm going to use. Nice. This one I love. Thank you, special person who sent this to me. I really appreciate it. Okay. Just going to heat the plates. Am I? Yes. So just heat up the plates so the meal doesn't go cold as soon as you plate up. Okay. So this is starting to catch again, which is not a bad thing. I'm just going to add some water and then reduce it again. And this is how you build up a lot of flavor. And at this point I'm just going to lower the heat and just let it bubble away. So it is 10 to 5. Let's see, I'm going to leave this to cook for about 10-15 minutes, and I'll be back in 10-15 minutes to see where we are. Alright guys. Alright guys, so now it is 20 past 5, so this has been cooking for almost an hour. So I'm going to turn it off and release the pressure, and I can start to work on the pasta. So the pasta has been resting, and it should be quite nice and easy to work with. It's a bit wet because I've been using large eggs instead of normal eggs, so I should have in theory added a bit more flour to this. So what I might do, and actually what I will do, is to dust it with flour so that it's not going to stick too much. Just like that. Actually, leave this out just in case. It's quite sticky. Okay. And then I have some pre-boiled water to cook the pasta in. Okay. Which I'm going to add some salt to. Nice salt. Let's use this salt now. Alright. Then I need a knife, and then so I'm not going to use a rolling pin for this now. Just roll it out with my hands, flatten it if you like. Okay, and then I just use the machine. So this is now flat enough to use in the pasta machine. I'm going to go from the thickest setting to start with, and I'll do exactly the same with both pieces of pasta. So just put it through first like that. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to slice them in half, because as the pasta dough gets thinner, it is going to grow as well, and as you can see I don't have much space here. Meanwhile, I'm going to release some pressure. So now I'm going to go one by one. So I'm going to put through each pasta dough on each setting. You could skip, of course, like you could go straight to a thinner setting, but for the best result is the best way to go just one by one. Alright, go one by one. Why not? We have all the time. No rush here. And again, because I've used large eggs, my pasta is not sticky at all, but I'm still going to dust it with some flour. Just like so. Go down one. How are we doing pressure wise? Okay, my water is boiling already. And releasing all the pressure. And hopefully the beef is done already. If not, then I'm going to have to cook it a bit longer, obviously. Almost an hour in the pressure cooker is quite a bit. I highly recommend to get a pressure cooker. It saves so much time. Okay, I've just added a bit more flour to this, and I'm already on the thinnest setting. Alright. Just put all my pasta through. And again, if you don't have the time or you don't fancy doing this, just get some already made pasta. There is nothing wrong with it. But I quite like fresh egg pasta. Okay, so as you can see, now this is stretched a lot. Okay, so that's my pasta done. Just going to slice these in half. Add a bit of flour so they don't stick together. Just like so. And I'm just going to cut. Sticking already. Oh wow. Let's see. Now I can fix it. Or I can just put it through again. No biggie. Not a problem at all. Yeah, add flour. Okay, that's the pasta done. It's quite simple really. Just put this through again, small piece. Just like that. Done. Okay, seems like the pressure is gone. Yeah, no more pressure. Let's see how the brisket is doing. Okay, turn it off. Pressure is gone. I can open it, hopefully. It's not going to explode, and it didn't. Let's see. Is the brisket done or does it need more time? Just going to grab 2 forks. And oh, it definitely needs more time, but that's fine. Okay. What I can do is to do a taste test. Let's see where we at. Wow. Amazing. I can definitely add one more porcini. I have to go easy because I'm going to reduce this, so don't want to over season it. Oh, it tastes so good. Wow. Okay, so lid goes back. I'm going to cook this for another 15 minutes at least, I think. Okay, so the lid goes back and we are going to turn the heat on again. I would say another at least 15 minutes. Let's see, my pasta is just fine. I'm going to just leave my pasta like this. It's going to dry out a bit. But I won't have them on the same. Yeah, just like so. So they're not gonna stick together. It's going to slightly dry out, which is perfectly fine. Just like so, and just like so. Okay guys, so I say I'll be back in about, let's say 20 minutes, be generous, 20 minutes. It's Saturday 6 p.m. We are not in a rush, definitely not. My pasta is still just fine, mostly. I'm going to cut these with the knife. It's going to work just fine. Again, I'm releasing the pressure from the brisket. Pressure is gone. I can open it. Then I'm going to transfer the meat. Smash the meat with the mushrooms. Add the stock. Add the double cream. Reduce it. Cook the pasta. Job done. So I've got some organic Parmesan cheese, which I'm going to add at the end. So let's see. Okay, that's all the pressure gone. Lovely, I can open it. And as you can see, there isn't much liquid left, which is perfect. So I'm going to remove the brisket, which has catched a bit, but that's fine. Probably if I leave it for another few minutes it would have burned. It catched actually quite badly, but that's fine. Now this is the important bit. So I'm going to add all this to the mushrooms. That's a lot of flavor there. I don't really want the carrots in there. So I'll just get rid of the carrots. It did obviously burn, but it's not bitter or anything like that. So I just add the remaining liquid, which is quite rich. Oh, very rich. Okay, so now I can finish the ragu. So turn this back on. It's kind of what I wanted, because if I have too much liquid, then this is going to take forever to reduce. But now I have a very concentrated liquid. I just need to chop up the brisket, which should be quite easy. So that's what I'm going to do. And of course the brisket is super soft. I don't actually need a knife, but I'll just use a knife because of it makes it easier. So that's my brisket chopped. Lovely. So I can add all the brisket. Tastes amazing. All the brisket goes in. I just missed a piece of meat that goes in. Amazing. Alright, so I've just added my brisket. The brisket is in. Next step is that maybe I won't use this just in case it's done. The next step is to add the double cream. Lovely. And obviously the pasta. So I'm going to roll the pasta up just like so and cut them into thick ribbons. And I'm going to add them to the water to cook. Okay, so I've added half of the pasta I have, roughly. Okay, let's try the brisket. Very tasty. Definitely with a bit of salt and pepper. Alright, pasta is getting ready. Fresh pasta doesn't need too much time. Okay, pasta is done. So just remove the pasta. turn it off. Of course, I'm going to cook off the rest of the pasta as well. So I just need a bit more hot water. Alright. Beef is done nicely. Excellent. Plates are nice and hot. Perfect. Amazing. So this is done. Okay, now just add the beef. And of course the Parmesan cheese. Let's see if I can open it. Alright guys, plate is quite hot, but that's alright. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously the brisket took its time to cook, but it was worth it. So now we have a lovely homemade pappardelle with beef brisket ragu. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are going to subscribe to my second channel for home cooking. Definitely this is the place. So guys, again, thank you for watching. I hope that you are going to try to replicate this or something similar. I'm going to cook up the rest of the pasta, and I shall see you on the next one. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys.